Hello and welcome to the LSJ Sport Weekend Review. I'm Dan Breslin with all your latest sports news and highlights from over the weekend. First up, Lincoln City came from behind twice to beat Burton Albion 3-2 on Saturday. The Imps fell behind in the 6th minute as Joe Powell scored for the Brewers, but equalised through Tom Hopper a quarter of an hour later. It was the forward's first goal since joining from Southend in January. Albion were quick to respond and took the lead again 30 minutes into the game, with Powell getting his second. And it was proving to be a match of two strikers as Tom Hopper netted to make it 2-2 and round off an action-packed opening half. The Imps took the lead for the first time in the game in the 62nd minute through Joe Morrell. Imps keeper Josh Vickers was called into action to save a penalty with 10 minutes remaining, ensuring Lincoln took all 3 points from the game and moved up to 14th in Sky Bet League One. Next up, we head to Ashby Avenue as Lincoln United were in action on Saturday afternoon. Watching the Whites was our reporter Aaron Mayhew.
It's been a troubled season for Lincoln United, both on and off the pitch. As well as sitting 17th in the BetVictor Northern Premier League South East Division, the Whites have had a high turnover of key players, and chairman Rob Bradley has stepped down. In their first game back at Ashby Avenue since Ian Beaumont had become the new chairman, United were hoping to end a run of 4 games without a win. They hosted former Whites manager Dave Frecklinton's Frickley Athletic, who also hadn't won in their last 4, but were 9th place in the division. The Blues started the game as they meant to go on, having the first chance to take the lead through Jacob Hazel. The visitors had a penalty shout waved away by referee Stuart Richardson as Michael Jacklin made a clumsy challenge. The centre-half clearly didn't learn his lesson from the close call, taking down a Frickley attacker again to give away a spot kick 19 minutes in. Jonathan Margetts coolly converted from 12 yards, giving Frickley a deserved lead. The Whites were playing poorly, wasting any possession by overhitting long balls. They were also relying too heavily on the 17-year-old Notts County loanee goalkeeper Tiernan Brooks. It came as no surprise then, when Frickley doubled their lead directly from Niall Blake's corner. Athletic were deservedly ahead at the break in a frustrating afternoon for the home supporters. 10 minutes into the second half, Frickley switched up a gear, scoring their 3rd and 4th goals of the game, through Margetts and Blake getting braces. And with 20 minutes remaining, the Blues scored their 5th with substitute Zephaniah Thomas. Although the Whites had a sudden burst of pressure late in the game to find a consolation, the visitors were too strong and secured a clean sheet as well as the 3 points. Final score, Lincoln United 0, Frickley Athletic 5.
We are where we are, and you can see after today's performance where we are. So there's a few harsh decisions to be made, unfortunately, and that's football. But we've got to do what's best for Lincoln United. We've got to do what's best for the club.
And what have you thought of Steve Howsham in his first season at the club?
Steve's done his best with what he's got, basically. He's a good manager. Like we all know he's a good manager. Nath Jarman's a good centre forward. It's a pity Nath don't play for us, but obviously he's got a knee injury, so he struggles too. But from Christmas, we struggled a little bit. We addressed it. Myself and Rob Bradley, the former chairman, went in and saw them all at Christmas. And we addressed it. We just said, look, the budget's going to have to come down because we can't pay it. So with what he's got, he's done really well with what he's got.
And in the long term past this season, will he remain as manager if the form continues as it is?
That really, because obviously this has only sort of happened in the last 2 weeks with sort of Rob dropping down. So for me, it was like a phone call on the Monday night. Rob stepped down. You're stepping up. Great, So I couldn't really answer that question at the minute. What's going to happen? Like he might walk out them changing room now and says, Ian, I'm gone. Like I've had enough. I can't work on this budget. What you're giving me. So hopefully, he'll stay on, and we can build on from there. But you just never know with football.
Well, it was announced this morning by Lincoln United that Steve Howsham and assistant manager Nathan Jarman have stepped down following that heavy 5-0 defeat. Chairman Ian Beaumont said the club are working tirelessly to rectify their difficult situation. Now on to hockey. Lindum men's first team had a very busy weekend, playing on Saturday and Sunday. In their first game, the Yellows hosted University of Durham's second team, who are the league leaders. Lindum took a 4-1 lead in the first half at Lindum Sports Association, with their second and third goals coming in quick succession. Then both sides scored twice in the second half, making the final scoreline 6-3 to Lindum. And in their second game on Sunday, they beat Oxton Wands 4-2 to continue their strong form at home. The results have seen the Yellows climb one place to 6th in the league table, with only one game left in the season. And finally, in women's football, Lincoln City women turned around some poor form to blitz Solihull Moors 6-0 yesterday afternoon. Amy Blinkhorn scored a hat-trick, with Amy Hunt and Abby Morell scoring the other goals to see the Imps hit 6. After the thrashing, manager Richard Cooper said he hoped it would give the players confidence as Lincoln rise to 5th in the FA Women's National League Division 1 Midlands. Well, that's all from this weekend. Remember, you can keep up to date with us on Twitter at LSJ Tweets and Facebook and Instagram at LSJ News TV. Make sure to catch up with more sports news on Thursday in LSJ Weekly. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.